What's up? What's happening? How is everybody doing? Salute, salute. How is everyone doing? Salute the whisper and whisper, louder. How's everybody doing, man? Oh, we got a great show for you guys tonight. Gauss Relow in the building, as always. We got a great show for you guys tonight. We got a great show for you guys tonight. We got a great show for you guys tonight, man. Great show. Um, Salute to everybody out there, man. Salute to everybody out there, man. We got a great show, man. We're gonna get into a lot of stuff tonight, man. It really ain't nothing new, but just the same old shit. You dig what I'm saying? But with a new twist, and every night the stories are different. There's different people doing it, different human beings doing it. It might be the same stuff, it may be the same thing, but it's different human beings doing it every night. And they have their own swing they bring to it, their own little peculiarities, and each one is different, man. Each story is different. Each Were we sunless today? No, there's never a sunless day. I left my damn water upstairs. Ugh. There's never a sunless day, and there's never a sunless day. Okay, it's always a lot of stuff going on, man. Always, okay, and we're always here to cover it. If nobody's here to cover it, you gotta give this channel credit though. You gotta give this channel credit. We here to cover it every night, man, and every day. We be here to cover it more. I mean, the stories you're not gonna see anywhere else. You know what I mean? Let's be honest, man. You're not gonna go around and look at all these stories if you didn't come here. You wouldn't go around and look at all these stories on your own. You wouldn't be able to find all these stories on your own. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. Let's be honest. You ain't gonna go look at all this shit on your own. Let's be honest. Let's keep it 1,000. Shout out to Tom Space. Yeah, we trying to get it would be nice to get, 20 people to 10 people to hit this thing tonight. It'd be nice to get 10 people to hit it tonight. We starting late. It'd be nice to get 10 people to hit it tonight. Pause. It'd be nice to get 10 people to hit it tonight. And I'll do a show tomorrow during the day. I tell you, man, we didn't hit the mark last night, so I didn't do a show today. Yeah, man. Shout out to my man, Boy Kachina, man. Boy Kachina, man, in the building. Tom Space in the building. Boy Kachina says, there goes, this one goes to 11. Yeah, man. Shout out, man. Salute to you too, man. Boy Kachina in the building. We gonna get started, man.
Video for shooting a gun following Milwaukee's 2023 Juneteenth parade. Now 18-year-old Arnez Lee King.
You hear this?
A teen reaches a plea deal for shooting a gun following Milwaukee's 2023 Juneteenth parade. Now 18-year-old Arnez Lee King pleading guilty today to 3 charges, including first-degree reckless.
Look at that little fucking goddamn pygmy, man. That's a real-life pygmy, man. All that is the descendant of some pygmies that was brought over during the slave trade. Press 1. And it don't look like they've mixed with anything else. It looks like the same exact DNA. Just a fucking pygmy living in this Western world, man. I mean, it just is what it is. It's just a pygmy who's living in this Western world. And he's just here. You know what I mean? He's just here, yo. Like, it's just, he ain't doing nothing wrong. He just here. And, like, he ain't doing nothing wrong. He just here. He just doing what he do here. Like, you gave him a fucking stick that he can kill people with. All he got to do is take this stick and pull this little lever and he can kill people. I mean, keep it a buck. What do you think this kid's IQ is? And I'm not even trying to be funny. What do you think this kid's IQ is? And not even on no racial shit. Just what do you think his IQ is? Not even on no racial shit. And he has a little metal contraption that he can just point at somebody and kill them. Think about it, man. This shit is deep, but it's not deep. It's deep, but it's not deep. Shout out to Jesus Lopez. Jesus is king, man. Jesus is the king tonight. He got the highest donation, man. Jesus is king, man. I mean, just think about it, man.
A teen reaches a plea deal for shooting a gun following Milwaukee's 2023 Juneteenth parade. Now 18-year-old Arnez Lee King pleading guilty today to 3 charges, including first-degree reckless injury, while 3 others were dismissed. Police say Lee King shot 6 people after the parade. Today, a judge sentenced him to 10 years in prison with another 6 years of extended supervision.
Think about it. He shot 6 people at a Juneteenth parade. And they dropping charges and suspending sentences. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. He doesn't have a prefrontal cortex, man. He doesn't even have a prefrontal cortex. He probably doesn't even fully realize what he's done. Fully. I'm not saying he doesn't know what he's done. He doesn't probably fully realize it. You know what I mean? In the way that, you would want him to. Like in the manner that you would be like, yeah, man. Okay, you understand, man. At least you understand, man. He might not be able to even see, anything outside of himself. You know what I mean? He doesn't have a prefrontal cortex. Let me put it like this. It's not big. His prefrontal cortex is not big. Shout out to Sublime Blush, man. A member for 5 months. Says shout out to the loyal members of Arc Nation. Salute, man. Shout out to you, bro. Nobody knew what Juneteenth was 6 years ago. Nobody knew what Juneteenth was the day before George Floyd died. Okay? Nobody knew what Juneteenth was the day before George Floyd died. Get it right, man. Nobody cared. And they still don't care. They shooting each other at Juneteenth celebrations. All the time, too. Like, they always shoot up Juneteenth stuff. Juneteenth shit guaranteed to get shot up. Like, it's not even like, will the Juneteenth shit get shot up? It's like, how many? How many? Okay? Not will a Juneteenth celebration get shot up. How many this year will get shot up? That's the question. All right? Niggas don't care about that shit. That shit ain't sacred to them niggas. Niggas didn't know nothing about that shit. Them niggas didn't grow up celebrating that shit. They didn't, you know what I'm saying? They don't have no memories of when they was a kid going to no Juneteenth shit. That shit don't mean nothing to them. That shit's not sacred. Shout out to Couch Below says Juneteenth forgiveness. Yeah, this little motherfucker. Look what he and they're gonna give him a fucking plea deal.
Supervision.
Milwaukee police officers get their first pay raise in years. The union says they.
What the fuck? Oh,
A reckless injury, while 3 others were dismissed. Police say Lee King shot 6 people after the parade.
Look at the judge. Judge Laquanda. Look at the judge. Of course he got a plea deal. Of course he gets 10 years for shooting 6 people. That could be her son. It might literally be her son. Press 1. That literally might be her son. Jeez. I don't know, man. Jeez. Yeah, we trying to get 10 people support the channel tonight, man. We love the Op Nation Nights, man. Appreciate all you guys, man, coming through, man. We love all the Op Nation Nights, man. We love you. Judge Fudge. God damn.
Today, a judge sentenced him to 10 years in prison with another 6 years of extended supervision.
Milwaukee police officers get their first pay raise in years. The union says they need it to recruit more officers and keep the city safe. Jason Calvi digs into what this means for your tax dollars.
Hey, Kim, you know that last contract that expired in 2022, 3 years later, the Common Council approves a new one. So let's look at what's in that brand new contract. It does offer back pay for the officers for those 3 years, 2023, 2024, and now in 2025, when they were working without a contract. The city estimates that's $25 million in back pay. The contract also gives them another raise next year. In total, the 4-year deal raises police officer pay by 14.25%. According to city documents, pay next year will start with starting pay at $77,000 up to $104,000 for top pay per officer. The Common Council's vote was 10 yes, 1 no, and 4 abstentions.
The reason I proudly cast a no vote today was that I know that my constituents want accountability for our city's police department. They want safety, but they also want officers, individual officers, to be accountable for their actions, and for the department as a whole to be accountable to elected officials and the public.
They want officers to be accountable. Accountable for what? For what? For arresting, resisting suspects? That's what they mean. They want officers to be accountable for arresting, resisting suspects. That's it. All the body cams are online. Everybody here has watched dozens of body cams. The only thing these officers are accountable for is arresting resisting suspects. Everything else is perfectly fine. But once the suspect starts resisting, and they don't say, all right, man, fuck it, you can go. That's when we start talking about police brutality and all that bullshit. This is horse shit. This fucking guy this guy's a fucking piece of shit. Tell them we want officers to be held accountable. For what? There's any cop that does anything wrong gets held accountable. And 9 times out of 10, what he did wrong wasn't wrong. Okay? 9 times out of 10. And salute to everybody that's watching on Rumble. Let me put the chat over here, man. Let me 9 times out of 10, what he did wasn't wrong. Let me put the chat on the screen, man, so the people on the other platforms can see what y'all crazy people on YouTube are saying. Salute to everybody watching on Black Colombo. Salute to everybody watching on X. Salute to everybody watching on Rumble. Salute to everybody watching on the OckNationNews.com website, which we will be doing a live stream after Thanksgiving. A live stream that can only be seen on the OckNationNews.com website. We'll be doing that after Thanksgiving. I don't want to do it before Thanksgiving because everybody's got a lot of things. I got a lot of things. I don't know how much time I'm gonna have. I don't know. Everything's getting crazy because the holidays. So I'm gonna do that after Thanksgiving. Salute to everybody out there, man. Shout out to everybody watching. We want to get 10 people to sponsor tonight's program. That would be really great, man. Appreciate you guys. The bigger, the better. The better, the bigger. Jeez. Louise. I'm on a bullshit.
10 yes, 1 no, and 4 abstentions.
The reason I proudly cast a no vote today was that I know that my constituents want accountability for our city's police department. They want safety, but they also want officers, individual officers, to be accountable for their actions, and for the department as a whole to be accountable to elected officials and the public.
The need to properly compensate the officers that have been working since 2022 or 2023 without a contract was not hard. But moving forward, the decisions are going to be much tougher.
So both those aldermen, one voting yes.
So let's see what Milwaukee police, they voted. This guy voted no for a pay raise for the cops. Okay. Let's see what the cops in Milwaukee deal with. All right.
From fatal shootings to deadly blows, Milwaukee is coming out of another violent weekend. Police say since Friday, at least 4 people have been killed. Our Durante Matthews joining us from the newsroom tonight to walk us through it. Durante?
Yeah, Ted, police have been crisscrossing throughout the city this weekend. Officers responded to gunshots and even physical fights ending in death. Some of the victims are teenagers.
53 is responding to this location regarding shots fired in the area.
Gunshots and shattered glass startled neighbors out of their Sunday morning sleep.
I heard like about 10 gunshots, maybe a little bit more. And it wasn't a little one, it was a big one, like boom, boom, boom.
Around 2:30, Milwaukee police responded to 52nd and Meineke for a fatal shooting. Officers say the victim was a 32-year-old who died at the scene. Neighbors say after the shots, they heard a car slam into a tree.
They had to break in and put him out. They did try their best to resuscitate him, but however, it didn't work.
Police say they're still looking into what led up to the shooting and who pulled the trigger.
All I can do is say my condolences to the family.
This is just one of the many scenes sending police scrambling throughout the city over the weekend. Around 5:30 Friday night, officers say someone shot and killed a 15-year-old boy on North Darien Street. On Saturday night, another teenager dead. Police say a 17-year-old was shot near 61st and Congress. Just hours later, a fatal fight. Officers say around midnight Sunday, a 47-year-old was struck multiple times in the front and the back of the head. Police say the head injuries were fatal and the person died at the hospital. Just an hour later, a shooting injured a 17 and an 18-year-old near 54th and West Green Tree. Folks told us off camera it's sad to see so many incidents involving teenagers. Others say the violence is out of hand.
Like it's getting worse and worse.
And we have reached out to police for an update on about how many arrests they've made in each of these incidents. At this time, we're still waiting to hear back. Reporting live in the newsroom, Durante Matthews, Fox.
Okay, so like The vote no for them to get a raise is you're an asshole. Okay? You're an asshole. You're an ass hat. All right?
And topping our news tonight, an East Alabama teen convicted as an accomplice to murder, learning his fate today in a Russell County courtroom. Emotional pleas from the parents on both sides of this case before the judge rendered his final ruling for 18-year-old Jadarius Snipes. But it was his mother who ended up in handcuffs during this proceeding. Newsletter 9's Alexis Thornton joins us live from our newsroom after being at that sentencing hearing. So, Alexis, tell us more about this courtroom drama today.
Well, Jason, two fathers stood before the judge today with completely different pleas. Snipes' father begged for mercy for his son, while the victim's father demanded justice with the maximum sentence. But tensions escalated when Snipes' mother was handcuffed before the judge sentenced him to 45 years in prison.
I want you to see this because I lucked out because of the fact that I didn't want to hear them say that stuff.
Jadarius Snipes' mother, Mary Herbert, left the courtroom after an investigator spoke to the court, referencing a social media picture the morning after the killing of Ryan Bowles. The investigator says the photo showed Snipes with a gun and throwing gang signs with younger boys, influencing them when officials say they should have been in school.
I'm entitled to be angry. I'm entitled to be pissed off. I'm entitled to walk away when I don't want to hear BS.
The judge ordered deputies to place her in handcuffs after she refused to come back inside the hearing.
So for anybody to try to condemn me or force me to listen and tell me I wanted you to be there for your son, no, you wanted me to listen to y'all lies. Because if you was actually there for my son in a judicial way, you would have never allowed none of this stuff to happen.
She is just making excuses for her son and for his actions and not taking responsibility, and he doesn't either.
Snipes was sentenced to 45 years for felony murder and 20 years for robbing Douglas Rutledge before.
Another pygmy. Look, these are just pygmies, man. These are people from the pygmy tribe. Salute to Deluxe 247, aka Cal Ripken, aka the real MVP, coming through once again. These are just people from the pygmy tribe. These were the slaves that the African chiefs kidnapped from pygmy tribes and then sold to the white men. And now in 2025, they're fucking gangsters and shit. And they're running around with little contraptions that can kill you with the press of a button.
Where Bowles was shot in the Synovus Bank parking lot on 13th Street in Phoenix City in December 2023. Rutledge also took the stand addressing Snipes, saying, quote, "I pray that you find peace. I love you and I forgive you." Rutledge called Snipes his nephew, just knowing him from the community.
He'll be eligible for parole at some point. I don't know.
See how they robbed? I've been robbed like that before. One dude rob you and the other dude hold the gun on you. I've been robbed like that before. Motherfuckers like, put your motherfucking hands down. And I was like, oh shit. Once he put the gun on me, I did like this. I said, all right. I mean, put your motherfucking hands down. Because we was on a busy street. It was at night, but it was a busy street with cars. It wasn't a lot of foot traffic, but there was a lot of cars driving up and down the street. This motherfucker was like, man, put your motherfucking hands down. Yeah, fuck these niggas, man. Throw that nigga in a motherfucking cage, man. 45 years. See you in 45 years, nigga.
Parking lot on 13th Street in Phoenix City in December 2023. Rutledge also took the stand addressing Snipes, saying, quote, "I pray that you find peace. I love you and I forgive you." Rutledge called Snipes his nephew, just knowing him from the community.
He'll be eligible for parole at some point. I don't know when. The family and our office will be notified on any future parole dates. And as far as I'm concerned, we will begin objecting as soon as the parole dates come up.
And Snipes' mother says he will appeal in 42 days. The 15-year-old who pulled the trigger, killing Bowles, is serving time in a juvenile detention center, but due to his age, his sentence is sealed. CSU students also made a video.
Oh, he committed a crime where the juvenile fired the weapon, but he was in on the robbery. So the juvenile gonna get what? At the most, juvenile life, which means you're released when you're 21. And this fucker, because he was a grown, technically not a minor, he gets fucking 45 years. Yo, you gotta be, that kid's gotta be, holy moly. Holy fucking moly. He played a stupid game and got a dumbass prize. Where he at? Where this fucker at? He got a dumbass prize, yo. He went on a robbery with a minor. The minor fucking kills the victim. The minor goes to juvenile hall, and this fucker gets 45 years. Wow. You played a stupid fucking game and you got a fucking retarded prize. Fucking goddamn. Jesus Christ. Holy moly, that's a fucking dumbass prize. That is a dumbass prize, man. Fuck. Salute, man. Shit. That fucker got a dumbass prize. Wow.
An arrest affidavit is revealing new details about the teen accused of shooting a delivery driver.
LaDavian Sockwell was arrested yesterday afternoon. He's accused of shooting Manuel Gonzalez multiple times last month after Gonzalez delivered.
Manuel Gonzalez, man. That's revenge for that hombrito that killed that dude and his daughter the other day, man. It's revenge, man. We getting y'all back.
An arrest affidavit is revealing new details about the teen accused of shooting a delivery driver.
LaDavian Sockwell was arrested yesterday afternoon. He's accused of shooting Manuel Gonzalez multiple times last month after Gonzalez delivered food to his home. Gonzalez survived. Fox 4's Peyton Yeager has more from police tonight. Peyton?
Steve, Mesquite police tell me that over the last month, they have interviewed the delivery driver multiple times and also interviewed the witnesses who were at that home that October evening. Police say their stories did not line up. Police went on to say that evidence that they have gathered over the last month led them to the teenager's home Monday afternoon.
I don't know if y'all can see this. Girl, I'm shaking so bad I don't even know what to do. Look at this mess. This is ridiculous, y'all.
Mesquite SWAT forcing their way inside a home Monday afternoon with their guns drawn. Officers took 17-year-old LaDavian Sockwell in the blue shorts into custody. The teenager seen handcuffed on his front lawn before being booked and charged with aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. Mesquite police say Sockwell shot a DoorDash delivery driver multiple times last month. Tuesday, Fox 4 obtained an arrest affidavit detailing the conflicting narratives from the night of October 27th. 29-year-old DoorDash driver and father of three, Manuel Gonzalez, told investigators when he arrived on Birch Bend to drop off the food, a woman and a juvenile were waiting on the sidewalk and would not provide the required PIN code needed to confirm the delivery. An argument took place, which Gonzalez explained to Fox 4 last Friday.
They giving me the wrong pin twice, and they tried to get the food from my hand.
Gonzalez said two men then came outside and were walking towards the street. One, he says, had shoulder-length hair and was holding a gun. So Gonzalez retrieved his gun from inside his vehicle. Gonzalez told investigators he remained behind the door with his gun down by his legs. As soon as he stepped out, the suspect with the braids started shooting at him. Gonzalez said he fired his gun once before he was shot in the arm. Investigators later learned while processing the scene, his gun malfunctioned. Officers spoke with Sockwell on scene that same night. He told police he was there visiting his aunt, and an unknown male started shooting at the delivery driver, and he ran back inside for safety. However, investigators went back and pulled 911 calls from that night. Police say Sockwell told the operator, quote, he pulled a gun. When he pulled the gun out, he started shooting and got shot. Self-defense. He shot at us and we shot back. Mesquite PD believes, based on Gonzalez's account and Sockwell's statement on the 911 call, Sockwell was the one who opened fire. Police say Sockwell lived with his mother at the Mesquite home where he was arrested. We stopped by that home this afternoon and it seemed empty. Police tell me Sockwell will be transferred to the Dallas County Jail sometime this week. Steve?
All right, Peyton Yeager at police headquarters. Thank you.
Salute to everybody out there, man.
Nowadays, two brutal attacks in Hermosa Beach, both reportedly involving a mob of teens on e-bikes. One man left unconscious, another hit by a 2x4. Tonight, his emotional reaction. Good evening, everybody. You're watching LA Live News Tonight. I'm Marla Tejas. Thanks for watching us. I'm Laura Diaz. We begin with a follow-up.
This is LA. We didn't even get to New York yet. Little fucking black teens are fucking beating the shit out of white people everywhere for no reason. Salute to my man, Barry B. Barry B is in the building. Barry B is in the building. Barry B is in the building. It's Punch Whitey season, man. Beat Whitey night. Who remember Beat Whitey night? Do you remember the story I did on Beat Whitey night? Who remembers that? I think it was, what was that? That was somewhere in Iowa, I think. Beat Whitey night. The black kids just went around the town beating up white people all day and shit. Do you remember that Beat Whitey night? Oh shit, man. Salute to all you guys, man. Salute to short bus driver, man. Short bus driver's in the building, man. He says, "Oh yeah, you this op." Shout out to you, man. Been a member for 31 months.
Nowadays, two brutal attacks in Hermosa Beach, both reportedly involving a mob of teens on e-bikes. One man left unconscious, another hit by a 2x4. Tonight, his emotional reaction. Good evening, everybody. You're watching LA Live News Tonight. I'm Marla Tejas. Thanks for watching us. I'm Laura Diaz. We begin with a follow-up on a vicious attack in Hermosa Beach that sent one man to the hospital. That beating on Friday reportedly carried out by a mob of teenagers on e-bikes. And tonight we've learned of another similar assault in that very same neighborhood. Fox 11's Gina Silva spoke to the victim. She's live with a story you'll see only on Fox 11. Gina.
Yeah, it really is alarming because this is the second reported violent incident in the area involving teenagers on e-bikes. The man we spoke with tonight says it has to stop.
You don't plan at Hermosa Beach to have something like that happen. I mean, it was traumatic for me.
66-year-old Hart Cardozo says he was ambushed and beaten by a group of teenagers on electric bikes in Hermosa Beach.
I had to get 14 staples in my head. You know, I was in a lot of pain. I was disoriented. It seems surreal.
Cardozo believes it's the same group that Fox 11 News first told you about over the weekend. Teens on e-bikes who violently attacked a man who was walking home with pizza in Hermosa Beach on Friday night.
When I saw that on the news, I said,
he's walking home with pizza. Yo. You walk home with a pizza and shit, and you see some teens, man. That's got to be a nightmare. Because at the very least, they're going to like slap it out of your hand or some shit. One of them going to be like, "Wow," knock it out of your hand or something. They must have been hungry. These teens hungry, man. They was hungry. They could have just said, "Can I have your pizza?" They literally like kicked his ass and took the pizza. God damn, man. Jesus Christ, man. White people are down bad, man. White men are down bad because you really can't do shit about this because of the liberals. The white liberals ain't gonna let you do nothing about this. And these are white liberals getting attacked because this is LA. This is Los Angeles. So these are white liberals. These are white liberals. There's really nothing that can be done about this, man. This is one of them situations where you can't really do anything. You can't really, you can't, our hands are tied, man. We want to help y'all, but we can't. You said these are hombritos? It's still not white people. It's still whoever it is. It's fucking POCs beating the shit out of white people. Whoever the fuck it is. It's POCs going around beating the shit out of white people. Like, just like, they're not even like, oh, there go that white dude that called me a goddamn wetback. There's that white dude that called me a spick. It's just like, no, there go a white dude. Pow, 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 pow. Well, fuck. I got your beaner right here, racist. Like, it ain't none of that shit. It's just on site. There go a white guy. Bow, 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 bow. Fuck. Oh yeah, you know he was apologizing. He probably was like, I voted for Kamala. I'm against deportations. I'm against the deportations. I'm against the deportations. I'm against the deportations. That is crazy. And you know this guy's a liberal. You just know he's a liberal. You know, if he would, if Trump said something, if we played him a video of Trump saying anything, Trump saying good morning, it's a beautiful day, he would be like, of course it's a beautiful day for you. What about the people that you're harming? You're harming so many people in this country. You're hurting so many people, and you got the nerve to talk about it's a beautiful day. He would say some shit like that.
Surreal.
Cardozo believes it's the same group that Fox 11 News first told you about over the weekend. Teens on e-bikes who violently attacked a man who was walking home with pizza in Hermosa Beach on Friday night.
When I saw that on the news, I said enough is enough. People need to know my story. They need to report if this is going on in the community and you're not talking about it. It needs to come out.
Cardozo says he was attacked on October 28th between 2 and 3 p.m. Stopped at Pier in Hermosa when a group of teens surrounded his car, slashed his tires, and shouted obscenities. When he stepped out, he says one of them struck him on the head with an object.
They need to be arrested. And whatever parents are facilitating this mischief, they really don't know what's going on with their kids.
Hey, my man. Mischief is like stealing like a candy bar out of a store or spray painting some graffiti somewhere or playing with matches. What they did to you was a little bit more than mischief. Press 1.
Slashed his tires and shouted.
Going on in the community and you're not talking about it, it needs to come out.
Cardozo says he was attacked on October 28th between 2 and 3 p.m. Stopped at Pier in Hermosa when a group of teens surrounded his car, slashed his tires, and shouted obscenities. When he stepped out, he says one of them struck him on the head with an object.
They need to be arrested. And whatever parents are facilitating this mischief, they really don't know what's going on with their kids. And yeah, I want resolution. I want to feel safe in my community, and I don't.
The Hermosa Police Department says that they are aware of this incident and they are investigating. Of course, if you know anything about these attacks, if you recognize the kids in those videos, contact the Hermosa Police Department. I'll send it back to you guys in the studio.
Well, Gina, it seems especially cruel. Do you think there's some kind of a game going on or some kind of a post being put on social media that's inviting these kind of acts against people who happen to be driving or walking by?
It's very possible. You know, that's something we don't know. The victim certainly feels like it was a coordinated attack. He says that when the teens approached his vehicle on both sides, they hit his car. And so obviously he was upset and he exchanged words with the teens. And that's when they just went wild and started attacking, you know, slashing the tires. And then when he got out of the car, which is a big no-no, law enforcement has always said, if you're ever involved in a situation like this, do not get out of your car because you will most likely be attacked. And that's what happened in this case.
Well, let's hope that some justice is served soon. All right, Gina, thank you so much.
Oh, that my dog, dig it. That my dig it, Matthew. When you fuck with man on your junk fuck with knock.
This will be the way all people going to Atlanta will actually say they are going to Atlanta. You want Atlanta? No, Atlanta but dangs. Ha ha ha, on getting the nangs. But dig it also can be used to replace the word head in all aspects of sexual acts. Dude, hey, where you get that badoo trimmed up at, good?
Fa'o, Jangala is now the gays on the Fa'o, you man.
On good. This is 2053 type shit right here. You know what I mean?
Do you think the mayor speaks the language?
definitely speaks to Goot.
Yeah, I'm Mayor Brandon Scott, the mayor of the greatest city in America, Charm City. You will not find better people in these United States of America than those that are here in Baltimore.
We understand the capacity of losing multiple brothers. It ain't nothing nice. We tired of having to keep saying our brothers lay down and not come back. You get what I'm saying?
The trauma that's inflicted on these kids is perpetual.
I was shot the first time in 2021, November the 15th.
You can get your first gun at 6 years old, for sure.
For the majority of my life, Baltimore has been a place that has had over 300 homicides in a year.
2023 is when the things change. Murder rate, I've never seen it drop that low. And now we're about to break a record.
We right now are at, I think, 109 homicides.
Which is the lowest number ever through this date.
Without having more arrests, without displacing crime or violence to other areas.
Poverty in and of itself is violence.
Most of the community members that we service day to day do not choose to do what they do.
We're the birthplace of redlining. The first redlining law was signed in my physical.
They literally blaming that shit on redlining. These niggas are blaming that shit on redlining. Their fucking murderous ways.
Office, right? When you think about that at the same time as the...
Guess what redlining do? Guess what redlining does? It keeps the niggas together. It stops them from living with the white people. It stopped, it made so the white people could keep the niggas out of their neighborhoods. That's what they're complaining about when they complain about redlining. Press 1. Damn, y'all make us have to live with other niggas. We want to come live with y'all. Stop redlining us.
Industrialization happening with jobs, the steel plant leaving, and at the same time the suburbs were being built and you have flight. When you think about how guns and drugs just started showing up into these communities, you have a recipe for this.
Guns and drugs just started showing up. Yeah, guns and drugs just started showing up. No black people wanted to use the drugs, and no black people wanted to sell the drugs. The drugs just showed up. You know? Like, that be like, God damn, what's all these drugs doing here, man?
Disaster.
Shout out Mayor Scott, Brandon Mayor Scott. Now that's my dude.
I do know him. I know him. I just saw him at an event a couple weeks ago. Yes.
Yeah. Do you understand what he's saying?
I understand what he's saying.
I'm trying to now calculate that apple mac.
Most of the time. But, you know, I'm from Baltimore, so I can translate.
Right now, it's supposed to be the safest year in Baltimore history. Have y'all noticed a big change?
Yeah, it has earned down a little bit, Goot. Hey, Goot, give some of this white culture, Goot. Sound man.
We love it. I can be mad, I want to ride. I ain't mad, I still want to ride.
On the spectrum between positive and negative, where do y'all see like all the bike life stuff?
I feel like it's positive because like you're a young person, like young people want to have fun. That's having fun, riding dirt bikes. You ain't out here doing some whole dumb stuff on a block selling.
Another pygmy. Where all these pygmies come from, man? And why the pygmies always decide to be gangsters, man?
Like drugs, you feel me? You riding a bike.
Like you get sponsored, you get hella sponsorship. Start your YouTube channel.
Drop ain't tripping. I got right back in that gym. And like none of them miss.
There's hella shit you could be with a dirt bike. I'm gonna get it one day.
It's the biggest in the city right here, like the biggest goot.
Already good. This is a lot of good energy flowing through. Yeah. From Matt T.
Hey, what's up, my goots? Andrew Callahan here, Channel 5 News, reporting live from Baltimore, Maryland. You ever notice that news overall is inherently negative?
Nowadays, if it ain't negative, people don't want to see it.
I noticed that too. Maybe it's because humans have an inherent negativity bias and are more than twice as likely to engage with content that markets either crisis or disaster. And because media organizations and social media platforms are for-profit corporations in competition who measure success through engagement and are incentivized to create content or push algorithms that create cortisol release in viewers and or users to keep them engaged for longer, which is most easily done by deploying micro-traumatic digital imagery, which first requires a keen understanding of your target demographic. Once you know what scares your audience, you can print cash from their eyeballs by scaring the shit out of them. And it's for this reason that on social media and on TV, when good things—
Look, they showed a bunch of white people. They're only showing white people, like as if it's racist. Listen to this shit.
just overall is inherently negative.
Nowadays, if it ain't negative, people don't want to see it.
I noticed that too. Maybe it's because humans have an inherent negativity bias and are more than twice as likely to engage with content that markets either crisis or disaster. And because media organizations and social media platforms are for-profit corporations in competition who measure success through engagement and are incentivized to create content or push algorithms that create cortisol release in viewers and or users to keep them engaged for longer, which is most easily done by deploying micro-traumatic digital imagery, which first requires a keen understanding of your target demographic. Once you know what scares your audience, you can print cash from their eyeballs by scaring the shit out of them. And it's for this reason that on social media and on TV, when good things happen, you almost never hear about them. After all, why would you? It makes no money for the platforms.
The good stuff don't really make that much money.
Good news travels slower than a Galapagos tortoise off a Perk 30 in a snowstorm. We're trying to chase the racks here, dummy, on a jiggle-a-doogan. Which brings us to Baltimore, a city once perceived as being hopeless, with a reputation for gun violence, decay, drugs, and disorder. But nowadays, things are looking up for the—
He said a reputation as if it wasn't gun violence, as if it was just their reputation.
Arm City. Since Mayor Brandon Scott was elected back in 2020, homicides have gone down by 54% in a way that even the local news station, which is ran by a band of Baltimore-bashing barbarians, colloquially known as the Sinclair Broadcasting Company, is having a hard time spinning for the worse. But they're trying.
Despite links between criminal activity and the Safe Streets program, Mayor Brandon Scott and the rest of City Hall continued to stand by the violence intervention program.
Part of Sinclair's issue is that despite the declining murder rate, there are less beat cops on the streets of Baltimore than ever. For the most part, they've been replaced by a cohort of city-employed, formerly incarcerated men and women from the hoods of Baltimore.
And that shit don't work worth a fuck. It's another reason why the murders have gone down. Maybe they killed everybody. Maybe they gotta regenerate the streets. Or maybe the fucking prosecutor, the new prosecutor that they got 2 years ago, Ivan Bates, the new prosecutor that the city elected a few years ago, is actually prosecuting criminals. And you gonna give these niggas the credit.
Who compose a violence intervention team called the Safe Streets Group, who have several offices around town and a 24/7 tip hotline where if you're from Baltimore, you can call in when you feel that a situation is escalating, but you don't want to call the cops. But is there any situation where you might feel like, all right, I've hit a wall, I got to call 911?
No.
No.
Get the hell out the way. First thing I'm going to do.
They never feel like they found a situation where they're going to call 911. Ever. They never. So if this girl come around and a thug start beating the shit out of her, don't call 911. Do you know they had 3 of their people killed in a year? We covered it. It was like 2023 or 2024. I think it was 2023. 3 of them got killed in 1 year. 3 of them got murdered in 1 year. And they talking about there's never a reason to call the police.
Hotline where if you're from Baltimore, you can call in when you feel that a situation is escalating, but you don't want to call the cops. But is there any situation where you might feel like, all right, I've hit a wall, I got to call 911?
No.
No.
Get the hell out the way. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to call whoever I feel got the best relationship with that individual. Bro, you might need to go down there and holler at your people.
Their work is dangerous. They are in communities on the front lines using their credibility to get people to not resort to using guns to solve their conflicts. They don't have body armor. They're not carrying.
That shit don't work. It's the prosecutor. It's the prosecutor, the new prosecutor that's prosecuting all the repeat offenders. Because in cities, in black communities, always repeat offenders. Because the juvenile crime is through the roof. Because they don't prosecute juveniles. But the adult crime is going down immensely because the prosecutor's prosecuting the adults. But the juvenile crime is still off the chain in Baltimore.
Being weapons, they are out there with their credibility.
We're not just calling each other. We might know one of the parents. We might know one of the brothers. We might know the pastor, the teacher. We know somebody in this neighborhood who knows that.
So you making all these phone calls while hothead Tredarius is sitting there just waiting for y'all to make all these phone calls. He want to shoot man, but he gonna wait for y'all to make all these fucking phone calls. Fuck out of here, man.
Person. Yeah. And we're just going to keep working those angles until the situation is dead, or, you know what I'm saying, like, until we can't go anymore. We never just come to a place where it's like, okay, it's time to call the police. It's a billion people to call. It's a billion things to try before we have to take that avenue. And that's so important to us because of our trust with the community. They don't look at us as the police. They don't expect us to operate like the police. So that's not what the type of image we want to give them.
Well, I did have a reporter ask me a few weeks ago from a Sinclair station if one of my Safe Streets workers was a Crip because he had on a blue hat. That might be the dumbest fucking question I've ever gotten in my life. The reporter who had on a blue suit, by the way, so I guess he was a Crip too. This is him in a blue suit.
How'd you respond to that question?
Very eloquently. We did tell me it was the dumbest question he ever asked, but then I posted on social media the question that he asked and then laid out to him while tagging him every single school in Baltimore that wears the color blue and asking, like, should they all change their colors and their uniforms because you think that anybody that's black in this town that wears blue is a Crip? And then asked him, was he a Crip because he had on a blue suit?
You know, one thing I've been thinking a lot about is cultural imagination. How Americans perceive other places based upon their media consumption habits. We know many Americans have the wrong idea about Baltimore, and guess who reinforces that the most? Sinclair Broadcasting Group. Sinclair Broadcasting Group has been quietly reshaping Baltimore's media landscape for years. From mandatory commentary segments on local stations to top-down editorial directives, they've shown how easy it is for a powerful oligarch owner to turn a news station into a megaphone for his own politics. So who owns Sinclair? It's a chat GPT-ass motherfucker named David Smith, who also owns the Baltimore Sun. Make sense now? These narratives are all tied together. Fragmentation of the truth, media hypnosis, algorithmic echo chambers, loaded incentives, truth versus lies. To be honest, nowadays in America, this whole situation is all too familiar.
Juice Crew, man. He definitely Juice Crew. That guy's definitely Juice Crew. Like 1,000% Juice Crew, man. That guy, the juice is loose, man. We looking for 10 people to sponsor tonight's show, man. We need 2 more people to sponsor tonight's show, man. If you can, so we can sponsor tonight's late night programming, man. We the only ones in the building, man. We the only ones still up, man. It is what it is, man. You heard me? Salute to everybody out there, man. White dude says this happened last week in New York. Yo, do you understand even when a cop punches a black guy, when a police officer punches a black career criminal who's resisting, who had just fucking molested a baby. You could have a black career criminal who just butt bongoed a baby. And while they're arresting him, if the cop punches him, it's gonna be a fucking problem. But yet, black dudes and Hispanic dudes get to go around and punch white dudes all day for nothing. It is just whatever. That shit crazy. Yeah, he almost walked into the goddamn pole. That was a yo, that was, you should be charged twice, man. Because you made him. If he would have walked into that pole, man, I would have charged the black dude with that too, man. If I was the judge, I'd have been like, you get double the sentence. You be like, why, man? What I do, man? I only hit him one time, man. Like, nah, man. When he turned around, he ran into the pole, man, and that's because you punched him. So I'm charging you with that too, man. Oh, man, fuck that shit, man. You racist, man. Yeah, man. I'm racist. You damn right I'm racist. Fucking nigger. Look at this shit, man. This shit ain't good for nobody, man. This shit's not good for nobody. Even if you're not white and you're not a man, this ain't good, because this motherfucker just walking around the train doing that, he's going to be emboldened to do more shit. You know what I'm saying? He not just gonna sucker punch a white dude and then be like, you know what I'm saying, a model citizen after that on the train. He gonna be fucking keep on doing stupid shit. This just emboldens him, man. Salute to everybody watching on Rumble, OckNationNews.com, X, Black Colombo, Ock Nation News. Damn.
Oh my God! Why? Why you don't put nobody in the court? Oh my God! Look.
Now he trying to get away. He can't fight. He can't fight. Oh, he can't fight. Oh, he did catch him though. Well, I would have hit that nigga. I'd have hit him with a straight. See right here, he got hit him with a straight jab. Well, he doing all that wild shit. Look at his chin. Look at his chin. His chin just sitting there. Look at how his chin just be sitting there. Chin just asking. He went and punched another white guy. What a coincidence. What a coincidence that the next person he punched was another white dude. Ain't that a bitch? God damn. Fuck. Mamdani, man. You expect more of this shit. Hey, you can expect more of this shit. Beat Whitey Night. Y'all don't remember Beat Whitey Night? I'm surprised y'all don't remember Beat Whitey Night, man. I'm surprised y'all don't remember Beat Whitey Night, man. Make sure you sponsor the program. Hit the PayPal, Cash App, Super Chat. Support the program. We gonna bring you Beat Whitey Night, man. Can't believe y'all don't remember that, man. straight from Caitlin Clark's hometown, Des Moines, Iowa.
My favorite example of black mob violence in Iowa happened at the Iowa St. Jude Sweet Corn Festival in Cedar Rapids. You've heard of that, right? You know that now that the Sweet Corn Festival is a center of black mob violence in Cedar Rapids, Iowa. Yeah, it happens in Iowa too. In this case, we had 70 to 100 black people rampaging through the Sweet Corn Festival, the St. Jude Sweet Corn Festival, attacking fairgoers, attacking cops, punching them in the face. And when they had one cop on the ground, they started kicking him. That's Iowa. Why don't we move over to Des Moines for something more recent? People in Des Moines are freaking out. They're freaking out because they're running out of ways to talk about this without telling exactly what it is. It's happening so often. They're running out of ways of saying the teenagers are meeting to have us fight. Started out small, got big. No, what you had in Des Moines, Iowa, twice in the last couple weeks are over 100 black people rampaging through downtown, attacking each other, attacking citizens, and fighting cops. And that's in Des Moines, Iowa. Wow.
Started out as kids showing up to see a fight, ended in 3 arrests Wednesday. In this case investigation report, police say 100 to 125 juveniles arrived at the DART bus station.
We started getting a large crowd down there. You could tell tensions were rising.
People who ride the bus every day say teens gather outside Central Station often.
Just normally high school kids or like middle school kids, and they'll come down, it starts normally with play fights and stuff.
I'm glad the cops are there, because it stopped that. Because if they weren't, they'd still be fighting down there.
Police tried to control the situation and most students listened, but not all, leading to what you see here.
The officers tried to arrest them, and that's when they met some resistance.
This is the second time in the past few weeks that police have had to respond to large crowds of teens being disruptive outside DART.
It's with increasing frequency that we see these types of incidents down there. I mean, we had one 2 weeks ago. So there's a lot of factors that allow this to happen. And, we're going to be looking at all of those.
Police say they can manage behavior, but not change it. And it will take the community to solve the problem. Those with DART agree.
Our DART team is working closely with the Des Moines Police, the City of Des Moines Public Schools, and other community members to determine the best steps going forward in these situations. It's important that we all work together as a community.
Eventually, about 100 high school and middle school students converged onto an area around 6th and Walnut.
But the violence didn't end there. Ben Oldak's here to take us through what happened.
Janae, police say they knew that a fight was coming, but they didn't know it was going to grow into something this big. And on top of that, something that would lead to an innocent bystander being hospitalized.
And our school resource officers received some information that there were 2 kids that were planning a fight. They were going to fight each other. Who knows why? I'm sure it's absolutely ridiculous, but they were going to fight each other.
But what may have been a normal after-school fight turned into a spectacle.
Word spread. We could see that it was picking up some momentum. So we sent some officers down to the area where we thought this was going to occur. What we did not expect was the number of students from a variety of schools that showed up simply to spectate.
The police department had 10 officers in place. They were met with around 100 students from different schools gathered to watch what was happening. Then things got out of hand.
And then we had what we would expect. There was small skirmishes that broke out within this large crowd. That mob mentality takes over, and these kids started just getting out of control. Whether it was something as simple as bad manners all the way on up to assaulting a police officer. That happened in this crowd.
Police say a large fight broke out in the crowd, and they had to use pepper spray to get it under control. 3 males were arrested, ages 14, 15, and 16. After 2 hours, things were back to normal. But the story doesn't end there.
What happened later was several of these kids got on a bus and left the area.
Some of the teenagers got off those buses here at the McDonald's on University, where police say they began to fight again and eventually turned their aggression to a passerby, leaving him with injuries so severe he had to stay at Mercy Hospital overnight.
According to the police report, that man was 55-year-old Dan Opre.
And they caused pretty serious injuries to him. It looks like he might have some facial fractures and a gash on his head.
Now, the victim has been released from the hospital. Perisic says these issues should have been solved in the home and that it's absolutely ridiculous the department had to dedicate the amount of resources they did for this incident. Des Moines Public Schools released a statement on the brawl saying, quote, "There certainly may be student discipline, but the district will wait until police finish their investigation before moving forward. We are thankful for the DMPS staff member who originally alerted school resource officials to the possibility of a confrontation."
Of course, the cops are getting their spiel down. Well, it's not going to be up to us to solve it. It's going to be up to the families to solve it. It's going to be up to the community to solve it. Well, the family and the community doesn't think there's a problem. They think the cops are picking on those kids because they're black. They think white kids do it too. They don't think there's a problem with the kids. They think there's a problem with the people who run DART. They think there's a problem with the cops. You don't understand that, do you? Well, the less you understand it, the more ridiculous you sound as you say it. Because Des Moines, you have a full-fledged problem with black mob violence, however you want to describe it, however you want to be in ignorance, denial, and deceit about it. You're not going to tell us anything new, Iowa. You're not going to pull any cards out of your sleeve of denial, deceit, and delusion that we haven't seen before. Every cop in Iowa remembers the most important lesson from Beat Whitey night at the Iowa State Fair. Does anybody remember that? A couple of years ago, we talked about it a lot, and Don't Make the Black Kids Angry and White Girl Bleed a lot. Large group of black people at the Iowa State Fair in Des Moines, rioting in the fair, out of the fair, beating up patrons in the fair, out of the fair, on the way to the fair, leaving the fair, in the parking lot. The cop did a police report saying the kids were screaming it was Beat Whitey night. They attacked cops too. So they went to the police spokeswoman, Lori Loverato, and they said, "Lori, what's up? Are there a bunch of black people attacking white people? Or why is that happening in Des Moines? That doesn't happen in Des Moines, Lori Loverato." She said, "Yeah, it was a bunch of black people. We're trying to figure out what's going on." She got fired the next day for that. Every cop and every public official in Iowa got the message. When the fellas start rioting in Iowa, in Des Moines, or in Cedar Rapids, just shut up about it, or the same thing will happen to you. The community has to solve this problem with better parenting. Why don't you just come out and say it, Iowa, what the best solution to this problem is? The riots were caused because we did something to make the black kids angry.
I'll give y'all part two another day, man. I'll give y'all part two of Beat Whitey night another day. Because it's a part two to that.
Two teenagers are now charged with murder after a stabbing in the Loop Sunday morning.
The victim is believed to have been homeless. WGN's Brona Tumulty joins us now with the latest. Brona?
So that makes what? 9 people got shot on Saturday. 2 were killed. And now this one on Sunday, all in the Loop in Chicago. So 3 people were murdered in the Loop on Sunday. I mean on Saturday and Sunday. That's the story.
Two teenagers are now charged with murder after a stabbing in the Loops Sunday morning.
The victim is believed to have been homeless. WGN's Brona Tumulty joins us now with the latest. Brona?
Good evening, guys. One of those teenagers is just 14 years old. The older one is 16. He was in court today. We are going to name him because he's being charged as an adult. We learned a lot about him today, including who identified him in surveillance of the attack. Early Sunday morning, right under the L, a 49-year-old man lost his life in a brutal and seemingly unprovoked attack. Today in court, we heard 16-year-old...
Unprovoked. Y'all think the homeless man was white? What was the race of the homeless man? What was the race of the homeless man, guys? What was the race of the homeless guy? I wouldn't be surprised if the homeless guy was white. Because it was a random attack by some young black teens. You think it was black? All right, we'll see, man. I think that hopefully they give us a picture or a name or something.
Man lost his life in a brutal and seemingly unprovoked attack. Today in court, we heard 16-year-old Wilnaker Rodriguez Vasquez was part of a group of
Rodriguez Vasquez, so was Simone Britos.
half a dozen who approached the victim around 5:30 a.m. in the 200 block of South Wabash. Prosecutors say a 14-year-old made a swiping motion with a metal rod at the victim, while Rodriguez Vasquez reportedly kicked him, prompting the man to put his hands up in self-defense. The younger suspect then allegedly struck the man, with Rodriguez Vasquez slipping out a knife hidden in his sleeve, stabbing the man once in the back. It's alleged the entire attack was done to rob the man of a Halloween mask. A passerby called 911 and the victim, who's believed to have been homeless, was brought to Northwestern, where he was pronounced dead. It was stated in court the group took off together, got on the red line, took a bus down Cermak Road, and police say they were all arrested on the 2000 block of Southwestern Avenue around 4 p.m. 2 of the 6 arrested were released without charge. One, an adult, is facing charges unrelated to the attack. Rodriguez Vasquez is now charged with first-degree murder, as is the 14-year-old who allegedly struck the victim, and a second 14-year-old is accused of armed robbery. The 2 younger suspects, we're told, are also from Venezuela. Rodriguez Vasquez nodding to his mother earlier in court, blowing her a kiss as he left. He's been living with her in Chicago for the last couple of years and recently became a father. We're told his mother identified him in surveillance photos of the stabbing, along with one other person in the group.
Wow.
We learned today this is the first arrest for Rodriguez Vasquez, the judge describing his actions as evil and completely senseless. He is due back in court on the 16th of December. The 2 14-year-olds, meanwhile, were in juvenile court yesterday, and they are due back next Wednesday. We're live downtown. Brona Tumulty, WGN News.
All right, thank you, Brona.
More than a month after a deadly shooting in Greensboro, police have a person in custody. They've charged 22-year-old Jordan Marks with second-degree murder in the death of Mercedes Edwards.
We were reporting this in our late newscast last night, and tonight we're hearing from Mercedes' mother. Fox 8 Celeste Smith joins us now live in Greensboro. So, Celeste, what is she sharing about this major new development?
Jesus Christ. Holy shit. Damn, Celeste, but you gotta warn us before y'all put Celeste on the screen, man. Don't just be going and throwing Celeste up on the screen like that, man. You gotta warn us first, man. Like, our viewers may want to know that if they're children, they may want to tell children to leave the room because we're about to go to Celeste. Like, god damn. Celeste. Jesus Christ.
Fox 8 Celeste Smith joins us now live in Greensboro. So, Celeste, what is she sharing about this major new development?
Yo, I knew it was coming and it still got me, yo. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. I knew it was coming. All right, let me try it again, man. Let me try it again, man.
Hearing from Mercedes' mother, Fox 8 Celeste Smith joins us now live in Greensboro. So, Celeste, what is she sharing about this major new development?
Mercedes Edwards' mom said that this arrest brings some relief, but it's still not closure. And she said that this past month has been filled with grief, worry, and uncertainty.
Celeste, man. God damn, Celeste, man. Star Wars The Next Generation looking ass, man. Celeste, man, stop it, man. Stop it, Celeste, man. Stop it. He said she a low budget storm, Halle Berry. Oh no, I don't even know if they. I can't even. That's not even low budget. No, a low budget storm is on a different level than this. This is some other shit. This is some other shit. White women is the standard of beauty. No, motherfucker, you don't have to wear that shit. You ain't got white. They not making you. The Crown Act. They say black women. What did Michelle Obama say the other day? What's that shit Michelle Obama said? Nah, man, Celeste, this ain't it. Ain't nobody stopping y'all from wearing y'all natural hair, man. Ain't a motherfucker ever told a black woman her hair, because of the way her hair was, she had to go home. Ain't never been. Have any of y'all ever seen that in any of y'all jobs? They tell a black woman she got to go home because of her hairstyle. I never seen that a day in my life, and I'm black, and I've been around for a while, man. Said, would I kiss Celeste for $100? Why don't you hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, hit the Super Chat then, man? I kiss her for whatever you support, whatever you hit whatever you take the pledge, the challenge for, I'll kiss her for that. I mean, I would give her a kiss like my mom, like. If you talking about like tongue kiss, I might have to raise the price for that one, man. You talking about like, all right. I might charge her some shit. She might be like, man, fuck you then. She gonna be insulted. When I tell her the price, she gonna be insulted. She be like, fuck you, you bitch ass nigga, you little dick nigga. Fuck you, you bitch ass. You probably got a little dick, you faggot ass motherfucker. I'm be like, all right, cool. God damn, Celeste. Jesus. She better with her eyes closed, man. I ain't even gonna lie, man. I like her better with her eyes closed, man. Celeste, man, you come on, man. Dude, she got a stylist. If Celeste was my mom, I would be like, Mom, we gotta sit down, man. Let me holler at you, Mom. He said Worf's woman. Exactly. She do look like Worf's woman, man. Worf, she look good to Worf, though. Worf thinks she beautiful and shit. Worf see her and his heart start pitter pattering. Worf be scared to holler at her. Worf was scared to holler. Worf had to build up his confidence to come. Worf had to build up his confidence to come holler at a beautiful Klingon woman like this, man. Wolf was practicing his game in the mirror and shit. Like, but first time Worf walked up to her and said, "Hi, my name's Worf. Nice to meet you. Do you want to go on a date with me? No, okay, bye." That nigga Worf turned around, walked away. I've never seen a Klingon woman so beautiful in my life. She the most beautiful Klingon. Yo, what if Celeste was watching though, man? I would feel bad if Celeste was like, if Celeste like left a comment and was like, "It's Celeste. I was a long-time supporter of your channel, but now you can forget about it. I'm never watching your channel again after this." I would really feel bad, man. I'll be like, damn, fuck. Like, damn, Celeste. What you doing up this late anyway, man? Don't you gotta go to work and all this shit? Oh yeah, Klingons don't sleep. Klingons only sleep 2 hours a night. That's right. Because on their planet, they only got 2 hours of they got 22 hours of sunlight on their planet, man. So they only sleep 2 hours a night, man. So Celeste, that's why Celeste's still up watching, man. Nah, let's stop roasting Celeste, man.
Has been filled with grief, worry, and uncertainty.
And it's hard trying to grieve knowing Thanksgiving is a few days away. Thanksgiving is going to be the hardest thing for me because that's our favorite holiday.
For more than a month, the family of 22-year-old Mercedes Edwards has been waiting for answers. Police say she was found with a gunshot wound at an apartment on New Garden Road on October 17th. Despite life-saving efforts from first responders, she died at the scene. Greensboro police say the man accused of killing her, 22-year-old Jordan Marks, was arrested in Huntersville on Monday.
I'm just glad that he's behind bars, for real. I am. And hopefully that we can put my babies at peace right now, you know? Hopefully she's at peace because of this. I feel like the process took too long.
While this arrest is progress, Mercedes' mother says it comes after weeks of heartache. She says learning Marks was arrested outside of Greensboro made the wait even more painful.
It was confusing to me because from what I understood is that when he was questioned, he said that he accidentally hurt my daughter.
While Trina's claim that this may have been an accident is consistent with the first news release Greensboro police issued. That release stated initial reports to police described the incident as accidental. When we asked some follow-up questions at that time, a spokesperson for GPD told us this is an active homicide investigation. All involved parties have been identified. Now, this latest development. Hearing Marks is in custody brings Waltrina some relief as she continues to grieve her daughter.
I just want this to be a proper investigation and to dot their I's and cross their T's as this case is concerned, because my baby's still supposed to be here. She's supposed to be here celebrating the holidays with us.
God damn. Celeste, stop. They gotta warn us when they put Celeste on the screen, man.
It's with us.
Jordan Marks is currently being held in the Mecklenburg County Jail, and it has not yet been said when he will be brought back to Guilford County for his first appearance in court. Live in Greensboro, Celeste Smith, Fox 8 News.
Jeez.
A woman who survived being shot 10 times has a warning now for other women tonight.
Her ex-boyfriend kidnapped her, shot her, then drove her through multiple counties. And now she hopes she can inspire women to leave abusive relationships. Channel 2's Audrey Washington is live at DeKalb County Police Headquarters in Tucker tonight. And Audrey, this survivor told you the ordeal went on for hours.
Right, she told me her ex-boyfriend drove her around for hours while she sat in the passenger seat of her car, bleeding out from 10 gunshot wounds.
I'm sorry. Shemay Pitt did not think she would survive it.
Right here, I have a bullet wound.
Damn.
She says on November 2nd, in a fit of rage, her ex-boyfriend.
That's her ex-boyfriend. God damn. Holy shit. Listen, man. I wonder how many times she sicked this savage on somebody that pissed her off. Jesus Christ. Look at that nigga, man. That's her ex-boyfriend, man. Gee. Hammer the bow shot. Hey, man. Look. There you go, man. You loved him because he was like that. Now he did that shit to you. You just never thought he was gonna do that shit to you. You just didn't think he was. She just didn't think he was gonna do that shit to her.
Joshua Woodruff shot her 10 times.
I see the inside of me on the outside.
Pitt tells me she agreed to meet with her ex to talk. She says that conversation turned violent and there was a struggle inside of her car.
He steps back, he steps forward, and he starts shooting me. My ears are ringing, but I come into realization that he's shooting at me.
Pitt says Woodruff then drove her from Snapfinger Road in DeKalb County to Douglasville. At one point, she says she heard Woodruff make 2 phone calls.
Basically asked them what to do with my body. I'm scared. I asked him, can I just
write? Can I just write a letter to my son?
Pitt says Woodruff eventually abandoned her at a hospital while paramedics rushed her to another hospital in critical condition. Security detained Woodruff. Police charged the 25-year-old with aggravated assault and false imprisonment. Pitt's mother says she wants the
aggravated assault. They charged this nigga with aggravated assault. So she biracial. She biracial. She was. You should have done. You should have messed with her. You should have messed with the other side of your race, man. You should have stayed within your race, man. You wanted to be black, lady black, man.
What to do with my body. I'm scared. I asked him, can I just write? Can I just write a letter to my son?
Pitt says Woodruff eventually abandoned her at a hospital while paramedics rushed her to another hospital in critical condition. Security detained Woodruff. Police charged the 25-year-old with aggravated assault and false imprisonment. Pitt's mother says she wants the charges upgraded.
He needs to be charged for bringing over county lines. He needs to be federally charged for having an automatic switch, which is a federal offense.
A few days ago, the Fulton County DA said Atlanta is under a domestic violence epidemic with nearly 1,000 felony cases pending. Pitt says she hopes more people in an abusive relationship will get out before it's too late.
You see that red flag, run away.
And Woodruff is due in court tomorrow. As for Pitt's hospital bills, they are extensive. Her friends and family, they are hoping.
Oh, no, we ain't giving you shit, bro. No, baby, we ain't giving you shit, man. You was dealing with that nigga, man. Nah. No GoFundMe, no donations, baby. Sorry, baby. I can't donate to your cause in good faith, man. It wouldn't be right, man. You need to learn a lesson, man. You won't learn a lesson if we donate, right? Press one. If we donate to her GoFundMe, she won't learn a lesson, man. She need to learn a lesson, man. Like, nah, baby. It ain't nah. You telling other women, you need to tell your motherfucking self, bitch.
Holding a fundraiser for her on December 2nd. There's also a GoFundMe page to help with some of those expenses. Though that link to the GoFundMe page can be found on our website. That's WSBTV.com. And we are live tonight here in DeKalb County. I'm Audrey Washington, Channel 2 Action News.
Audrey, to survive that and to have the strength to talk about it in the hopes of helping other people,
right.
Just amazing bravery. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Ran to a store for help after she says she was held captive for days. Now, the victim's mother tells us she was so disturbed to learn that the man accused of the attack spent the last 2 decades terrorizing women.
Channel 2's Sam Jones is digging into this case, working to get answers as to why this serial suspect kept avoiding serious prison time.
And Sharon Williams says that Bryant Brookings held her daughter in his apartment, beating and sexually assaulting her for 4 days. Then she found out he has done this to so many other women. She says if he hadn't been given break after break after break, her daughter wouldn't have gone through the torture she did.
The beating was so bad. So
that ain't the only thing that's so bad. There's another thing that's really bad too, man. There's another thing that's really, really, really bad.
Bad.
Sharon Williams is still shaken by the beating her 37-year-old daughter says she suffered at the hands of Bryant Brookings, a man arrested for violence against women over and over and over again for more than 2 decades.
You know, he should have been locked up a long time ago and the key thrown away.
Her daughter says Brookins held her in his DeKalb County apartment where he attacked her for 4 days. The apartment where he attacked her.
Damn. It's like this motherfucker got like a Roach Woodstock, man. This is Lollapalooza for roaches, man. What the fuck? That's a lot of roaches, man. She was up in there, man. God, no. That should have been the first red flag when you pulled up and you seen roaches like covering his window, man. You should have been like, nah, baby, I ain't going in there, man. The roaches tried to warn her, man. She ain't listen, man. God damn, baby. I guess it's slim pickings in Atlanta, man. It's slim pickings in Atlanta for the ladies, man. If you a man, well, I don't need to say that, man. Stay the fuck away from Atlanta. I would say if you a man, a single brother, man, you looking for a woman, you should go to Atlanta, but fuck that.
Thrown away.
Her daughter says Brookins held her in his DeKalb County apartment where he attacked her for 4 days.
He was going to keep her or kill her.
Then, November 1st, Williams says her daughter escaped to this store on Candler Road.
She's blessed to be alive. God had his hands in this.
Williams says a higher power also may have led Rhonda Doucette to the store.
So Miss Rhonda hadn't went over there. I probably would have never heard about this.
Doucette began recording when she noticed police at the store and people huddled around a woman.
It was personal because I know her.
Doucette's organization, A Labor of Love, works to get women struggling with drugs and mental issues off the street. She had counseled the victim before, but on this day,
she was so badly beaten until I didn't recognize her.
Police arrested Brookins. He faces rape, false imprisonment, aggravated assault, battery, and obstruction of a law enforcement officer.
I Googled his name.
What Williams found disturbed her.
It just sickens me.
Mugshot after mugshot of Brookins. We found all these mugshots of Brookins from DeKalb and Fulton counties. He's been arrested.
You know, every nigga, every criminal nigga we see has been arrested a gang of times. Ain't that crazy how like all of them been arrested a bunch of times, man. If police brutality was so bad, right? And, you know, if you're a black man, any contact with police is, you know, your life is on the line, right? Even if a police just ride by and look at you, man, you might be, your life is in danger. How do these niggas get arrested all these many times and they don't never got no scars on their face in the mug shots? They don't never got no black eyes, no busted lip, no knot. They just look like motherfucking goddamn selfies and shit. They just keep getting arrested over and over again, man. This is police brutality. This bullshit, man. Ain't no fucking such thing as no motherfucking police brutality, man. Said, when did I get back on Rumble? a few days ago over the weekend. I started going back to Rumble, man. Shout out to Rumble. Shout out to everybody watching on Rumble, man. Shout out to everybody watching on Rumble, man. Make sure y'all hit the like button over there too, man. Share the videos over there too, man. Yeah, man. Excuse me.
Or convicted on false imprisonment, sexual offenses, and assault several times since 1999.
He's just got a slap on the wrist every
How many
time.
times did he get arrested?
Of Brookins. We found all these mugshots of Brookins from DeKalb and Fulton counties. He's been arrested or convicted on false imprisonment, sexual offenses, and assault several times since 1999.
He's just got a slap on the wrist every time.
Records show Brookins was convicted for false imprisonment during a rape trial in Fulton in 2001. That same year, in the same county, he pled guilty to false imprisonment, sexual battery, and aggravated assault. He was sentenced to 10 years, but only 2 years behind bars, with the rest on probation for both cases. An officer tried to revoke his probation for failing to attend sex offender counseling, calling him a danger to the community. But he was still released back out into the streets. Also, in DeKalb County in 2012, Brookins was arrested on false imprisonment, aggravated assault, probation violation, and terroristic threats. He was sentenced to 5 years to serve 1 only on terroristic threats. Williams says Brookins should have been locked up for a long time with that extensive criminal history.
Do you feel like the criminal justice system let you down?
Yes, I do.
I want someone to be held accountable because this could
How
have
about you? Because you was just 2 years ago, you was asking for, you was calling it prosecuting black criminals racist. You hold yourself accountable, motherfucker. All you black women hold yourselves accountable. The only people who's accountable for this is y'all black women. Y'all the ones that asked for this. Press 1.
someone to be held accountable because this could have cost this victim her life.
And I asked the DA's offices in Fulton and DeKalb to give me some insight into why Brookins didn't receive a stiffer punishment. The DeKalb DA's office said that it couldn't comment on this most recent case. And it said the 2012 case, the charges were reduced, but didn't say why. In Fulton, the DA's office said these cases are so old it needed to research them before commenting, and they would get back to me. So far, they have not gotten back to me. Brookins remains locked up in the DeKalb County Jail. His public defender did not respond to my request for a comment. We are live in DeKalb County. Tom Jones, Channel 2 Action News.
And Tom, this is frightening because so often we do these stories and they are fatal. Lucky that she got out of the situation, but so many women do not.
And for the mother to be able to find all of that history in a web search, incredible. Tom, I know you'll follow it. Thank you.
Salute, man. Great show, guys, man. Great show tonight, man. Great show tonight, man. Great show. Salute to everybody out there, man. Just wanted to come by, holler at y'all tonight, man. Give y'all a little bit of the news. This is just a little bit. This was just a little bit, a little snippet. Appreciate all you guys, man. Maybe I'll do it. Even though we didn't get to our goal tonight, man, the 10 people contributing, we got the 8. I may do a daytime show tomorrow. I gotta see how things are working because kids and Thanksgiving coming up. I gotta see how things are working, man. Salute to all you guys, man. Check out the got some Caitlin Clark videos I'll be dropping tomorrow, man. Same black time, same black channel. I'm out of here, man.